Hello friends, welcome to my channel Testing Talks Latest. Today I am going to explain how to run the failed test cases using Selenium and TestNG. Subscribe my channel for the latest interview questions and testing tutorials. And to run failed test, we have to use IRetryAnalyzer interface. So for that, I am going to create sample test which is going to be failed with assert.fail purposefully. Let me create the test class. This is class creation sample test, and I am going to write a test in this class. Public void test name is failed test. Now I am inputting a test annotation. Let me create another class RetryAnalyzer. This will implement IRetryAnalyzer. So we'll implement IRetryAnalyzer and import it. This is this is interface, and this will have unimplemented methods. So we'll add unimplemented methods. So this unimplemented method is retry. So this will have to specify how many times we have to retry for running the failed test cases. So we'll create two parameters, private int retry count. So we are going to count how many retries we are going to do, and max retries is the another parameter with final keyword so that we cannot modify it. Max retries equal to 2. So 2 times we are going to retry, and we are making it static. So there is an error for having this because we did not specify int. So if retry count less than maximum retries, we'll execute our test again. So return true in the case if retry count less than maximum retries, and increase the retry count so that for the first execution retry count will be 1 and second execution retry count will be 2. So until if it is below 2 it will be executed. It will start with 0, 0, 1 it will be executed, and our execution will end there. So 2 retries we are going to do. So now we will implement this retry analyzer in our test. Equal to retry analyzer class. We have to call this to run our test multiple times if it is failed. So now I am launching a browser and navigating to a URL to run the test. So I am specifying WebDriver, driver.chrome driver here. And providing the path of the Chrome driver. It is in C directory. Let me copy the path. So I am going to place the path here. Driver name is Chrome driver.exe. And close our statement with semicolon. So now we have to implement the WebDriver. So for that I am initializing WebDriver. Driver equal to null and import WebDriver and initializing Chrome driver to driver. Importing Chrome driver. Now I am going to navigate to Google website using driver.get. Google.com is our destination. Now I am going to write a statement system.out.println with message test is failed, since we are going to test to be failed and run it multiple times. For failing test case I am using assert.fail, and we can use exceptions with try catch for debugging purpose. We are throwing exception with exception ex variable and print the exception. We are printing message of the exception. So now this is our script to be executed. So I am going to provide the test name here in TestNG suite. Our test name is sample test. Let we execute our TestNG suite to execute our test and see the result. Browser is launched. Again browser is launched second time, because this is our test has and test is failed message for each test is displayed. So whenever each test is failed, 2 times our test is executed additionally. So maximum retries 2 completed, failure time 1. So friends, we failed the test case purposefully and executed test again and again. So in real-time environment test will be failed sometimes due to environment issues, due to application issues. That time we can use this RetryAnalyzer class to execute the failed test multiple times. Subscribe my channel for the latest interview tips and testing tutorials. Thank you very much for your support.